Greetings, Mafia. First, let me address some of my new subs. Ever since I started this channel, I've been pissing everybody off. Everyone gets it here, the leftist, communist, right-wing white nationalists, feminists, and pro-black simps. I made enemies on all sides, and if you don't like it, you're in the wrong place. That Brexit video I made didn't make me many friends, I assure you, but I didn't give a fuck because time proved me right, and that's the only thing I care about. That being said, let's talk the supposed goods shortage we keep hearing about in mainstream media. The narrative is that the inflation is due to shortage of goods, too much money chasing too few goods. I call bullshit on that one. But let's find out what's really true. If you go to www.marinetraffic.com, you'll be able to see live satellite view of every ship that's out there. That's www.marinetraffic.com. You can also use filters to narrow the type of ships you're interested. Here's a screen capture of tankers, most of which transporting oil and chemicals. Now, here's the view of both cargo ships and tankers. And don't take my word for it, check out for yourself. Look at it, it looks like a traffic jam during rush hour. You can literally walk from India all the way to Iraq by jumping from one ship to another without getting your feet wet. Now let's look at the tankers, predominantly oil and chemical tankers. What shortage are they talking about? See, you don't get this kind of info and analysis on your mainstream media. Luckily you got Blackpill. Now that we know what's really going on, let's examine the real reasons of inflation. Let's start with Russia. Russia ditched its US dollars completely out of its reserves. This is historical because Russia, even Soviet Russia, had dollars in its reserves. Joseph Stalin had dollars in his central bank. Russia is one of the key members of SCO, and this is the signal to other members to do the same. China has been de-dollarizing for a while, but it won't dump its dollar reserves quickly as Russia did because it does a lot of business with the United States. Central Bank of Thailand is now buying gold in large quantities using US dollars. Now let's talk oil. We keep hearing news about oil wells and factories going up in flames. Big oil companies don't want to sell oil because they can see the writing on the wall. So they ain't committing for the next 5 to 10 years. Fuck that. They're in it to make, not lose money. And I ain't insinuating all them fires we keep hearing about are self-sabotage. All I'm saying is, it's interesting timing. The IMF, the International Monetary Fund, just came out saying United States needs to put brakes on its spending for it may cause inflation. Now mind you, IMF are the same people who assured us only 2 weeks ago that the inflation ain't even an issue. They brought out their top expert choir singing All's Well Lullaby. Now we see them going full 180, pointing fingers, playing Olympic blame games. The inflation has nothing to do with shortage because there is no shortage. People are losing confidence in dollars. So let's break down last 10 months. First we were told by the Fed there'll be no inflation. Then we were told it'll not go beyond 2%. Oops, it's 5%, but don't worry about it. It's transitory, we got this. In his most recent statement, Powell said, quote, inflation will remain elevated in coming months before moderated, end quote. Wow, this guy is creative when it comes to semantics and different ways of saying he is helpless. They'll keep downplaying what's happening, or at least Jerome Powell will, until the end of his mandate in February next year. The Fed is between rock and a hard place. Inflation will win, and I'm team inflation all the way. Mafia, let me explain why. My first gold purchase was in 2005 at $500 spot price. I'll be using round numbers. My last purchase was at $1,800, while my most expensive purchase was at $1,900 spot price. If you took our advice and heed our warnings from 2015, you're already making a profit. Not a lot, but a profit nonetheless. By the time these fucking blue pills finally realize what's happening, they'll be buying at $2,500 spot price or more, given they even got the money to get into the game. And even those who do will face same type of scarcity like last August. By the way, we took full credit for it, we made that happen, and we'll do it again. It's commonly known as cornering the market. Same thing for silver. Silver will go to the moon, and blue pills will have to buy it from us, or wait for 6 months till they get it and pay even higher price. This is why we're cheering inflation. We'll be prepping for it, and we're seeing it as an opportunity. Fuck them blue pills and their kids. I don't give a shit what happens to them. Welcome to the fucking jungle. The Fed is buying bonds at a rate of 120 billions every month. If they really had the tools they're talking about, what are they waiting for? The simple truth is, they don't have any. The only thing Fed can do now is to impose price control, and when you see that happen, it's a wrap. Inflation won. If you like this video, download it, or better yet, re-upload it. Make it your own if you want to. You can also support the channel through PayPal tip jar, to which you find a link in the description box. This is Top Dollar signing off.